Oh, what's going on, guys? We have a big update here for our Dart game. I'm going to go ahead and call this version 2. We are skipping all the 1 points and jumping to 2. That's how kind of big of an update this is. I mean, the concept of the game is still the same, but besides that, it's pretty much a complete redo, which is great for everybody that already owns it, because it needed it. So let's go ahead and look at what we have here before we look at it. Actually, yeah, we're going to look at it in this mode before we look at the actual play mode, because it is kind of what you imagine. You throw the darts at the board, but we've made it interesting with a couple different ways to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our darts first. Alright, so the first thing we're going to notice is we have 3 sets of darts here. They are color-coded for the moment, and that does mean something. So if we look at our darts, we'll see that we have 3 different types of throw modes now. We have our manual, our throw boost, and our throw boost aim correction. So our manual mode is the closest to how it used to work. Then we have our throw boost, which is like a happy medium. And then we have our throw boost aim correction, which is like a completely different, not even close to how it used to be. And then we have our sound effects, and then everything else besides the throw mode and the sound effects is all like just cleanup stuff to make it work better, so we don't really have to worry about that. The next thing we're going to notice is we have this little button over here, and all this does is it resets our darts. So if you end up adding more darts, make sure you add them to this list. Other than that, we can go ahead and take a look at our dart game here. Alright, now that we are over here in our play mode, let's take a look at our darts. Okay, so a little awkward to pick this up. Let's pick it up like so we can see a little better. Alright, so first of all, you'll notice that when we hold down the throw, it actually charges it up and then throws it kind of towards where it's aiming. Now, of course, this is our aim correction mode. So even if I don't do aim, obviously this is slightly away from the target, that's where our aim correction comes in. So it'll actually, it's like a handicap. It'll steer it sort of towards the board. Obviously it's not perfect. You can still miss, as you saw there, but it is quite helpful. So you can see here, if I back up even a little bit more and throw it, it still hits the board, even though I was clearly aiming under it. Now, if I try that same thing here, let's go ahead and kind of like throw this. You can see this one clearly does not correct. Wherever it's aiming, it's going. So you kind of have to be a little bit more careful with the aiming. As you can see, that one's gone, but we can bring it back with our reset button and throw again. Oh, so that one kind of hit. But you can see our the difference here in how these work. That one goes straight at wherever it's aiming, and this one kind of corrects a little bit. Now you can adjust the amount of correction. And then of course we have our completely manual, which like clicking doesn't throw it. You have to actually throw your arm. So obviously this works a little bit better for VR players, but you can still sort of do it without VR. It is just harder. This is completely physics-based instead of any kind of script assistance into it. But that is essentially how it works. You can hear our sound effects when it hits something. And go take it off the board if you'd like. And let me show you how we can adjust that aim correction amount. It is pretty easy, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Looking back at our dart, we will see we have this aim correction amount slider. So right now we have it set to 0.75, which is pretty high. And of course you can lower this to make the aim correction less noticeable or helpful, I suppose, to lower the handicap. But as far as setup goes, when you get this, it'll look something like this once you import it. So you just drag this in and you are good to go, unless you want to change out some models or adjust the darts and how they kind of function. Other than that, this is good to go as soon as you drag it into your project. So yeah, please let me know if you have any questions in the Discord. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next update or release video.